It's an early morning. Come out to feed everybody as always. Hello Annie, looking rather sharp with your frosty nose. Moving on. Just waiting patiently. Didn't snow much more, but it is chilly. It's cold, minus 10, 11 or so. But this cold will be going away in the next few days, supposedly. Just a little bit of a... You guys are arguing with each other? What are you arguing about? So who's got the frostiest whiskers? Hello, Lena. As we can see, Lena's got some very clear bangs. What's she doing? She's looking at Roo. He's not coming over. No. And I wanted to do a very quick follow-up on Lena. And it will cover a few of the questions that I had on the topic of working with Lena and a hairdryer. Now, the first question that came through that I think is important is why. And look at this guy. What do you want? No. And the first question I could answer is why, is because the icicles only in her forelock were so big and so long, they were hitting her in the eye. And it was a safety issue, is a health issue. I think it was very important to get rid of those, and now she has very clear and clean forelock. Nothing left over, no freezing in there. And I think that's very important. The second thing that was most popular in the comments was your hair dryer might be too hot. I can tell you without a doubt whatsoever, because if you think about it, I'd have to be kind of dumb to be putting a really hot thing on my horses. But being that it's about minus 10 out, the hair dryer isn't working in a room temperature situation. And even if it was, look at this guy here. Even if it was working in a room temperature, my hairdryer does not get hot. So you just have to trust me that I'm not dumb enough to burn my horses with a hairdryer. And in fact, I had to cut out a whole pile of the video because it just took so long to melt the ice. It was tedious, to say the least. And so I think those are the two main thoughts or main questions or main points that people were kind of making. I had one person absolutely lose their mind that hair dryers have no place in horsemanship. And to that I say, no. Actually, I don't think that there's a thing that you could do to a horse that is kind, is helpful, is a good thing, that is not in horsemanship. I know it's a double negative. So what I should probably say is, I think everything is in horsemanship as long as it isn't abusive or mean. A hairdryer is just a little bit of warm air, especially in this ambient temperature of minus 10 Celsius with a relatively weak hairdryer. And I guess I never really explained it when I said I brought that thing from Japan. And the reason I was making a point of that is because the hairdryers in Japan aren't like the American ones or Canadian ones. I don't know, they're probably American, that are really powerful and really hot. It isn't the case. So I guess I didn't make that point, but to me it was an obvious point because I lived there. And Lena was in absolutely no danger whatsoever of being too warm from it. But it was scary for her. But it is absolutely something that I think that anybody could give a try. You could just style your horse's mane or forelock or something like that. Just be cautious, obviously. Maybe not in minus 10 degree weather because it's not going to get hot enough anyways. But it's a loud sound, and it's hard for them to comprehend that it isn't something that's dangerous. But that's up to us. It's up to us as our owners, is to continue to try to push them through things that are a little bit difficult. And you build a little bit more of a relationship if you do it in a way that isn't mean. It isn't abusive. It isn't like a big bully. No, you can't drink it. It's mine. And I gotta drink it fast because it's so cold. Oh. He's so playful. So, hopefully that makes sense. to everybody that was worried about poor Lena. She's better off in the long run for sure. Those icicles were definitely hitting her in and around her eyeballs, which I didn't think was something that was worth leaving. Oh, and as for a couple other options on how to get rid of those icicles, somebody said hand warmers. There's no way they'd work. They don't get hot enough. Somebody said a curling iron. Maybe a flat iron, not a curling iron, but a flat iron would work. I wouldn't use a curling iron. I think it'd be too dangerous. But a flat iron might work. But that said, yeah, I don't know. I think a hairdryer worked just fine, because it wasn't hot enough anyways. Whereas a curling iron or a hot iron can get very hot and stay hot. It's a piece of metal. So I probably wouldn't use it. Anyways, I'm going to feed my horses now. So I'll see you guys a little bit later with hopefully another video. Something else. He is an interesting horse, to say the least. It's got terrible breath. You have terrible breath. Hopefully I taste good. Weird. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Say bye. Strange horse.